Once again, good morning, my esteemed law students. In continuation of our lectures on public international law, today we shall be looking at international legal personality. What is international legal personality and how does it play out under international law? Now, recall your studies in domestic law, where you have registration of companies, where we say once a company is registered with the corporate affairs, it assumes what? A legal personality. So draw that to your studies on public international law to feel that there are certain entities that have legal personalities. Who are these entities? We say under international law, legal personality refers to the capacity of an entity to be recognized as a subject of international law and to have rights and obligations under international law. So it presupposes, as I have said, certain entities which we've identified earlier on, that those are states, international organizations, and to a limited extent some individuals or non-state actors, as it were. These entities have what we call what? Legal personality. So if you have legal personality as being a subject of international law, it presupposes, just like in the company law, under domestic law, you have certain rights and obligations. What are these rights and what are these obligations under international, public international law? Now, we've said examples of these entities include states. When we say states, we mean countries of the world: Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, United States, etc., etc. These are what? States. International organizations, these are organizations that transcend one country, organizations that have as its membership other countries involved. We have, like, the first that will come into your mind is the United Nations Organization. We have the African Union. We have ECOWAS, which is Economic Community of West African States. We have Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and so many of these international organizations. We are saying that these international organizations have what we call legal personality. The last but not the least is individuals in limited circumstances. We shall explain why we say in limited circumstances, because while states and international organizations have full-blown legal personality, individuals or non-state actors have limited legal personality. We shall look at that in greater details. And then, of course, as usual, the authorities that states and organizations, international organizations, and individual or non-state actors have legal personality. The authority, the judicial authority for such a preposition is that the concept of international legal personality has been recognized and developed by international courts, tribunals, including the International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court. These courts or these organizations or these tribunals lend their support to the fact that judicial authority recognizes legal personality of states, international organizations, and individuals to certain extent. Now, statutory authorities on legal personality include the international legal personality is also recognized and regulated by international treaties and conventions, such as Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, I have discussed this, and the United Nations Charter. These are statutory authorities that lend their support to the fact that states and individuals and international organizations have what? Legal personalities. Now let us look at the importance of understanding concept of legal personality. We say it is understanding international legal personality is crucial for the study of what? Public international law, as it affects the ability of states and international organizations to what? Participate in international relations and enforcement of international law. What we're saying, the importance is the fact that when you have that legal personality, you are saddled with what? Certain responsibilities in international law, which gives you rights when it comes to law enforcement, when it comes to entering of treaties, and so on and so forth. Now, of course, there are certain books that are relevant to the topic of legal personality of states, of international organizations, and non-state actors. Some of these books, there are so many of them, but let me just mention a few. International Legal Personality by Jan Klabas, the International Legal Personality of Non-State Actors in International Law by Cedric Ringart. We have also International Law and Environment, Variations on the Theme of Sovereignty by Edith Brown Weiss. We also have the concept of international legal personality. This is very important for you to look at it. The concept of what? International legal personality. An inquiry into the history and theory of international law. The author is Jane Elizabeth Nijima. Now, the last but not the least is the legal personality of international organizations by Maurice Riga. Please check, Google any of these books. They will give you direct reference to legal personality of what? States, international organizations, and non-state actors. Of course, the statutes that support legal personality, where it presupposes if you are not within these three entities, the statute will not allow you to enjoy the statutes, the privileges, the obligations, and the rights of such entities. The statutes that give cover to legal personality include the United Nations Charter, which I have uploaded to your canvas. We have the Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, entered into 1969. We have the Convention on the Privileges and Immunities of the United Nations. We have the International Court of Justice, and then the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. These are statutes that go to support the legal personality of states, international organizations, and individuals or non-state actors. Of course, we have series of cases that have come before certain judicial bodies where they have re-emphasized the fact that states, international organizations, and non-state actors have legal personality. Some of these cases are the reparation case for injuries suffered in the services of the United Nations, which was an advisory opinion given in 1949. We have the Barcelona Traction Light and Power Company Limited. It was a case between Belgium versus Spain. The judgment was given in 1970. We have also the advisory opinion on the legal consequences of the construction of a wall in the occupied Palestinian territory. It was given in 2004. We have another one is certain expenses of the United Nations. It's contained Article 17, Paragraph 2 of the Charter of the United Nations Charter. Then the last but not the least is the application of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. That's the case of Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Serbia and Montenegro, given in 2004. These are all cases during the judgment. The issue of legal personality has come up where the courts, in their wisdom, have pronounced that states, international organizations, and non-state actors or individuals to a certain extent enjoy legal personalities. And what does that legal personality entails? The rights and obligations are all covered. So these cases are like a direction to the topic on legal personality, which I will advise you to Google. These are very, very popular cases. To Google them, and then you see what I'm saying. In addition to that, finally, I have also included some YouTube discussion on legal personality under public international law. I have uploaded 2 very important YouTubes on your canvas. Open the YouTube, listen to them, and then you will appreciate the legal personality topic as I have done. The YouTubes are just like what I am doing here. Somebody has also, some lecturers have also discussed the issue of public international legal personality, just like what I am doing. So when you open this YouTube, they will also shed more light as to what I am trying to say. Okay.